Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-December 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for my lovely Aries people out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous. Let's get it going, my gods. Talk to me. We're going to shuffle it up one time real quick. What's up with my friends? And yes, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get this first card out here. What do we got for Aries, please? Gods and Spirit Team. Yeah, the deck is being a little particular. Now, this is a little bit of a burdensome type of energy, similar to the Ten of Wands, so we're going to really have to talk about that. There's a couple of cautions to think about with this card. Now, before we start pulling that apart, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading, enough of the promo, have a look at this card. So you see this one individual, they have another person literally on their back. So this is a bit of a heavy energy, a trudging through the muck type of energy. When I see it, it always rings those bells very similar to the Ten of Wands to me, where you might be going through something physical. There might be a burden on your mind, body, or soul in some sort of way. This is heaviness. So in this time, yeah, there might be something heavy you're dealing with, something heavy you're carrying. Worst case scenario, this card could be representative of guilt or injuries. Especially watch out for your neck, back, and spine when this card shows up. But I always say when Ten of Wands energy is around, it's a perfect time for meditation, trying to relieve yourself in some sort of way, okay? Because it is a bit heavy, and I want to see if it plays out throughout the whole entire reading. As always, that could be somebody else you're connected to, not just you. But let's get into tarot. And I always say that first card, yeah, it doesn't make or break anything, okay? So it's just a footnote. But we're going to get you 3 cards in the upright before I get into that intuitive, juicy stuff. So let's shuffle it up one time for Aries here, mid-December. What do we got? Gods and Spirit Team, using the tarot in Wonderland still. So last week's reading, hopefully it went good for you. It was titled Here It Comes. And the big energy I was getting last week is that something big is right on the horizon. Something big could be coming down the pipeline. Now, could that have been rough? Absolutely. Could it have been good? Yeah. I mean, it's all very personal. I always say that with every reading. But there was something coming in hot. So let's see what we have this week. I'm going to get you 3 and up right now. What do we got for Aries? We could be looking at your energy or someone you're connected to. Always remember that. Okay, so we do have the Devil in position number 1. Now, that is going to make us raise a little bit of an eyebrow, my friends. That might be a warning, something to watch out for, especially with the Ten of Wands energy I was picking up. Let's get 2 more. What do we got here for Aries, please? Okay, we do have the 5 of Wands in position number 2. This could be a little bit of conflict. Yeah, there's going to be some things that we're going to have to pay extra special attention to this week, I could already tell. Now, of course, it's not over until we clarify, but just with the Devil, 5 of Wands, there could be something you're combating. Okay, let's get one more here. Okay, we do have the Magician, very spiritual type of card, a card of manifestation. So we have 2 extremely powerful major arcana in this spread, Aries. So we're going to have to take a quick look. I'll go through, give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So like I said, with all the energies at play here, it could really go either way. But position number 1, we do have the Devil card. Now, for some of you, this could just represent a Capricorn of some sort. If you're not connected to any Capricorns, it's usually due to the goat symbolism. We think of anything that might be lingering, something that could be attached like a thorn in the side, something that you can't quite let go of. This could be a thought process, like thinking over and over and over again. This could be anything toxic, okay? You know what Devil energy represents when you hear it. It's not the nicest, it's not the softest or the calmest. So we really want to clarify this and see what it could be about. Could it be addictions? Sure. Could it be clinging on to something? Absolutely. So we want to see what it's about. It could even be a toxic individual. But moving to the center, we have the 5 of Wands. Could you be combating this Devil energy? Possibly. But when I get the 5 of Wands, you usually see it. 5 people with sticks, they're beating the stuffing out of each other, okay? So sure, it could mean determination, somebody trying to fight their way through something, fight the good fight, very similar to the 7 of Wands in that way. But the 5 of Wands, to me, it could be a lot of tests from spirit, a lot of conflict, button heads. Now might not be the easiest, smoothest running time here, okay? Or somebody close to you is very conflicted about something, especially with the devil here, like very hot and cold, back and forth type of feelings and emotions. So we really want to see what that's about. Like I always say, all cards have a double-edged sword. They have a more positive meaning. They also have a warning attached sometimes. Now, moving to the back end, we do have the Magician. Generally a card of manifestation, a card of creation. This one is connected heavily to spirituality, spiritual topics. So when I see this, I always say, watch what you create, watch what you think about, watch what you're dwelling on, because you could be bringing it into your life even more so. Especially when we have the devil here and the Magician. The rough side of this card could represent situations regarding control. So with the devil and the Magician, could somebody have lost control? Could somebody be trying to manipulate from the background? Possibly. I don't want to step too far into that, but just know that your thoughts might be extra potent in creating what comes down the pipeline for you. And with the Magician, always steer clear of dark spirituality, dark spiritual practices, that stuff on the rougher side. So we really, really want to clarify what's going on here, because there could be warnings. Let's do that, Aries. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. Get this deck reset for you. What's going on for Aries, my guides? Talk to me, please. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's start in on this devil. And as always, if you know how to read tarot, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Aries, you drop it right down in the comments. I don't mind. Okay, devil, why is it here? What's going on with that? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, 6 of Swords. Yeah, they're in reverse, though. There is something that could be lingering on that is going to take a very long time to resolve, whether within yourself, could be an issue or serious problem you're having, and it might be sticking around for a while, okay? Or this is something that has happened that it's got its hooks in, okay? So that is something you need to recognize and realize. If you're going through issues, situations, problems in this time, it could be sticking around a little bit longer than you'd like it to, because with the 6 of Swords in reverse, that's an energy that's not budging. Now, for some of you, yeah, could it be something you're fighting against? Okay, could it be an inner quarrel? Absolutely. We'll see as we press forward. But just be forewarned here that this could be a warning that there could be some sort of situation or issue, a serious one that could stick around or have ripple effects for a very long time. That's what I'm feeling here with this devil energy. So if you're thinking of an issue, a person, situation with this devil energy, just beware, it could take a bit of time to resolve, and that's okay. You know, life is all about the ups and downs, but we're going to keep moving. That is a warning to be had there, okay? It might take a concerted effort for you to resolve this or whatever this energy is. We're going to keep moving, though, because I really want to get to that 5 of Wands and the Magician there. Feels like we got a lot going on, so why is the 5 of Wands here? Thank you. Okay, yeah, we do have the Lovers in reverse. There could be a lot of issues with interpersonal relationships, specifically people you're very close to, be that soulmates, be that twin flames, or just someone you're strongly emotionally connected with. Keep this as a big warning that there could be a lot of volatility in that area of your life right now. For some of you, yeah, it could just be a Gemini here with the Lovers in reverse. But this is somebody who is not happy, right? With the 5 of Wands, Lovers in reverse, someone that's very closely connected, they're not happy. They're upset. They're angry. Very sour here. And could that be for good reason? Absolutely. I want to see how the rest of this plays out. But with the mix of energy we got going on here, just beware whatever it is you're going through, the implications. Think of the long game here, okay? Especially if this is people you're very close to. This could be someone that is pretty upset or angry or mad, all right? So I'm going to keep moving through. And this could be close interpersonal relationships of all sorts. It could be friends, romance, you know the deal. But the Lovers does represent that twin flame, soulmate type of vibe. And it doesn't just always have to be romantic there. But we're going to keep moving over to the Magician. Yeah. We'll talk about it more during the recap, because this is giving me odd feelings. It's making my stomach a little tight just looking at it. So why is this Magician here? That came out quick. Okay. Yeah, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse underneath this Magician. This is somebody really controlling the flow of conversation, communication with the Eight of Wands in reverse. This is somebody like really just wanting something to stop. Like, please, this needs to stop. This mayhem needs to stop, whatever it is. And you could be having a lot of communication issues in this time, for sure. With the Magician, the Eight of Wands in reverse, that is big. So just know, you might not be getting your point across properly, okay? Or your reactions to things might not line up how you would like them to. So just beware. We're catching several different warnings here, important or serious ones, that there could be little rough patches in several different areas of your life. But I'm getting that vibe that someone is purposely controlling the flow of communication, okay? Whether it's allowing it, whether it's shutting it out, whatever it might be. With the Magician and this Eight of Wands, it's like, all right, shutting that down for whatever reason. So let's go through and do a quick little recap here, Aries, because we have a lot of interesting energies going on. Okay, let's put our cards down right here before we get into the shadow card. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Devil with the Six of Swords in reverse. Like I said, this could be a situation or an issue, a very serious one that has its hooks in. It's not going to go anywhere for a while. Could take a very long time to resolve or work through this. That's the vibe I'm picking up, whether it's something within yourself or something outer. But we're picking up several different warnings here that we should take seriously. Because in the center, we have the Five of Wands with the Lovers in reverse. Just watch, your closer interpersonal relationships could be very rocky, could be very volatile, explosive in this time. This could be showing us that somebody you're connected to, they could be upset or angry about something. Do you care? Maybe, maybe not, but it's showing up here in the cards. On the back end, we have the Magician with the Eight of Wands in reverse. The big vibe I'm picking up here is somebody controlling the flow of communication and conversation, or somebody just saying like, yeah, no, there is no talking about this. It's shut down. That's a vibe we're picking up here. Now, do with that information what you will. I'm just going to leave that there. There's warnings here that a lot of areas could get a little rocky in the coming days and weeks. I don't like to hear that close to the holiday season, but let's get you one shadow card here. Shuffle it up one time for Aries, please. What's going on? And I'm using the Shadowland Tarot that I always like to use for this portion of the spread. So what's in the Shadowlands for Aries? Yeah, whatever card we get, we're going to look at the inverse of it. And there it goes, popping out super quick, as it usually does. So we do have the King of Wands here. And Spirit could be either bringing in a fire sign for you to focus on. It could even be a male figure here. But when I see the King of Wands show up in the shadows, it's Spirit asking you to adjust your focus, okay? Whether you're focusing on worthwhile endeavors, whether you're wasting your energy, wasting your focus, that's up for you to decide. Now, that is a shot-calling entrepreneurial type of energy when we see it, but it is a card of somebody possibly losing control when we see the shadow side. So just beware in the coming days and weeks. You might lose control emotionally, or you might be a little more volatile than you normally are, if that's not representative of a person, of course. So let me just show this to you real quick, because especially within an Aries reading, this fire energy is something you're very used to. But seeing it in the shadows is something to be aware of, that like you might lose control of what you're focused on, or your energy just could be extra volatile in this time. So I would take this as a warning as well. It seems like we've had, ever since that first Oracle card, a few warnings. So just keep your head on a swivel, my friends. But Aries, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give the details of the December subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the November subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after the fire air readings this week. But for December, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot in Wonderland. This is the deck I used in this week's reading. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments which tarot card makes you happiest when you see it. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of December, I will put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.